Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your very first time ever meeting me. I am your girl, Color Me Bad Lynn. And if you're not familiar, on my channel, we talk mainly about fragrances. Fragrances that are in my collection, those that are on my wish list, those that I've had in the past and I brought back, gifted, given away, donated, the whole thing. Anything that smells good, we chat it up about, and we talk about it from the inside out, because it starts with what we put in our bodies, right? So today I thought I would share with you guys some scents that I picked up from Bath and Body Works annual sale. You know, it is that time of the year. I get excited, y'all. A rubber ducky is in. Now, the ones that I'm sharing with you today are only scents that I've never had before, and I have yet to come on and talk about. I think they're newer scents. I think one of them's been around, but I just didn't have it and never smelled it. But there are only two today, so don't get too excited. I won't be on here too long. And then I have some samples from Jo Malone I want to share with you guys, and a couple of others. But yes, it's going to be really brief, really quick today. Just two scents that I've never shared with you, because I'm one of those kind of girls that get the scents that she always wears. You know, if I run out, I need to get some more. I liked it, I loved it, let's get more. But I'm only going to talk about new ones. These are ones that I never smelled. I didn't smell them in the store, so I didn't cheat. I'm going to tell you what I think about them right here today. So if you're interested to find out what scents I'm popping on to share with you guys, and some of the samples that I grabbed from the fragrance department today, please continue to watch. Alright, so let's go ahead and get off into it. I was a little apprehensive about going out today, because if you're from my area, we have a national tornado watch in place, severe weather storm thingy in place. And I was like, should I go out? Should I stay in? And I'm not too good about the cabin fever thing. So I really have to get out and get air, stretch my legs, get a little exercise, things of the such. And so I felt like being a little nosy in the fragrance department today. So I wanted to nose around and smell some things that I'd never smelled before, and get a few samples to see what I think about them. One of the fragrance lines that I had never smelled before was Kendra Scott. And I smelled 3 that they had available on the counter. I'm assuming that may be the only ones that they sell in that particular store or that exist. They did not have a lot of fragrances from that line available. I don't know if you have to order them and they bring them in. I also smelled a really beautiful scent from the Origin line. It's a ginger hand and body cream that is definitely on my list of things to get for summer. I think I'm going to do that like a birthday thing for me this year, is grab that. And I didn't do it today, for one, because I've got a kid that's going away to college. And then on top of that, I have other things that I have to take care of. And I just left Bath and Body Works, and I told her, I was like, you almost had me at hello. But I already did my little shower gel re-up. I needed shower gels is what I really needed, and body creams. Not so much the creams, but more so shower gels. I only use, in the summertime, mostly I only use Bath and Body Works shower gels for my son and myself. They just work really good for us. It's not about a price point or anything or name label. They just work for us. Like with those particular shower gels, I can lather up. Like if I'm in a hurry, you know, sometimes you got to take a in-shower bird bath real fast, right? I can lather down one time, scrub down one time with those, and I'm good, right? Where with some other products, you may have to go in with a bar of soap and scrub down 2 or 3 times to really get in there and get it going, right? For some people, and I'm one of those people. But with Bath and Body Works products, I can go once and I'm good. And that's what I love. Now, I like to scrub down and get it, make sure every nook and cranny is fresh. But sometimes we're in a hurry. If it's like I'm tired, I'm ready to go to bed, and I have had it. and I just need to make sure I rinse off before I go to bed type of situation. Or if you wake up late and you miss every train smoking going your direction and you just gotta hurry with it, those just work for us. And so whenever they go on sale, that's when I try to re-up. Nothing fancy, nothing big, no huge haul, just getting the things that we need. So let's go ahead and get into it, and I'm going to share with you guys what I decided to grab. And I saw these online. You know, when you're a rewards member, you got your little name in there. You know, they tell you when the sale is coming. They tell you the pre-sale. They tell you I knew it was coming. And so, but I don't need a whole lot of stuff. Like I said, I only get the things that I need, right? But there was some scents that I never had before, and I had to grab them. I had to try them and see what they smelled like. So I brought my glasses in here with me so I could share with you guys what's in these. And I'm only going to share 2 today because everything else that I grabbed, you've already heard me talk about. And it doesn't make sense to talk about stuff 25 times. Now, when I go over my empties for the summer or some of my favorites, they'll probably be included in the list. I got a feeling at least one of them will be one of my favorites. And so let's get into it and share. I'll go with the one that I did actually try to get a little bit of a whiff of in the store, but I still don't know whether or not I like it or not. But I love the packaging. And so I said, come here, girl. Let me see. This one is called Pistachio Glaze. And so I grabbed this one. I love the packaging. It's very minimalistic. I love this. Let me bring it in a little bit closer. I don't know if you guys have already smelled this one, but I couldn't resist. Now, this doesn't have the notes on it, so let me check really quick and see if the cream does. I grabbed the body cream because I gotta have the whole, I gotta have the spray, I gotta have the cream. I need the whole setup. Because sometimes you can put these on and you don't have to wear any fragrances. And like I said, when you're in a hurry, you throw it, you keep it pushing. Okay, so this is the hydrating body cream, and it does have the notes on the back of it. Again, this one is Pistachio Glaze. And it has it's pistachio cream, toasted vanilla, and sugared patchouli. All notes that I absolutely love. Okay, so let's see what's up with it. I did kind of open up the shower cream, the shower gel in the store. And normally too, I did something different. I normally place my order online, and I saw myself getting out of hand with the order. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, this is good. I like it. I love nuts. I love a nutty fragrance. Whether it's pistachio, whether it's cashew, peanuts, almond, any nut. I love the notes of, and this is good, y'all. It's creamy. It's just enough sweet. This is really good. And I've got a couple of really nice pistachio fragrances. I'm sure this is probably like a dupe for the pistachio fragrance with Kayali. And I've got a couple of Middle Eastern pistachio fragrances that this will go beautiful with. This is good, y'all. So good, sexy. If you like pistachio ice cream, it puts you in the mind frame of what this smells like. So is this, you would be putting it on your body? This is good. Like really, really good. It's sensuous, it's soft, it's milky, it's lactonic, it's creamy. This is not something that you would want to wear in hot heat. I don't think I would. I will wait for like a day when it's kind of rainy, or something that I will wear to bed, or like if I'm taking my evening shower and you're doing a little cuddle up time with a nice book, a nice cup of cafe au lait. And if it's hanging out with your significant other, this is something that I definitely would put on for the evening, shower down, scrub down with for the evening. You guys, I love the packaging, and that's what made me stop and grab this. If you love the scent of nuts, especially pistachio, almond, cashew, that creamy, nutty note in your scents. But that's not all that's in there. You've also got toasted vanilla, and then again you got sugar to patchouli. So if you love those types of notes in your on your body, I would recommend grabbing this. Oh, I like this. This is so good. It's really, really soft. Again, you could wear these by themselves, so you don't have to wear anything with them. But I've got some really nice, like I said, Middle Eastern pistachio fragrances. I got a mango one and a pistachio, and I want to say like a creamy cherry. This would be really good with the mango and the pistachio one. So I'm really interested to find out what that's going to do for me. But this is a great way to kick the summer off and wearing something really, really soft, sensuous, and sexy to bed at night. Even if it's just for you to smell good for yourself. This is a really, really good. This is what I call a playtime scent, y'all. Sexy. Red light alert. Aphrodisiac. I'm telling you right now, you always think I'm talking about the sexy. I like sexy fragrances. I like sexy everything. So look, I'm in my 50s. I'm 50 years old. And so I love everything sexy. Looking sexy, smelling sexy, feeling sexy. Get you some. All right, moving right along. I'm going to go ahead and keep my glasses on because there's some fine writing. So I stopped by the Lancome counter. If you know, if you haven't watched any of my other videos, years and years ago, probably almost close to 30 years ago, I worked for Lancome. Okay, and I shared that on a couple of recordings. And anywho, I love their fragrances. I was back when they came out with the Oui Oui. I love Trésor and all of the such. And so I love Poem. That was one of my fragrances I used to rock. And so you know about Idol and you know about La Vie Belle. So I am an Idol person, okay? I love Idol. It smells amazing on me. There is a new scent that just came out, and it is called El Elixir, La Vie Belle. And they didn't have any like vials of samples. They just had these sitting out on the counter, which in my opinion, I prefer a liquid juice. I want to smell it. I want to wear it. I want to see what it's going to do for me. They didn't have any, so I grabbed a few of these of some that I don't have in my collection because I want to smell this one and see this. Normally elixirs is what I go for. I go for extract parfums. I go for elixirs. I go for all the heavy, darker juices to fragrances when they come out because they normally smell absolutely amazing on me. This is really, really good, you guys. This is real kind of like a sweet, fruity. It's real sexy. I don't know what florals are in this. I'll have to look it up to be able to tell you. Some of you all may know what's in this because you may even already have this one in your collection. But this is good, y'all. Yeah, it doesn't tell me what's in it, but it smells really good. This one is, I can't even see what that says. La Vie est Belle El Elixir. Okay, so that's what this one is. It's kind of juicy, fruity, juicy, sweet, kind of, you know, it doesn't tell us though what's in here. So I don't know. We don't know what's in it. It didn't give us any notes. This is another one that they have. Which one is this? I don't know. We're not going to worry about that at all. That's not one we want. And this one is just Idol. I have the Idol. New Intense, I don't have that one. So that's what this one is. Let's see what this one smells like. So I'm probably going to love it because I love intense fragrances. Okay, yeah, I think I have this already. That beautiful, juicy citrus. Every time I wear this, I always get so many compliments. Yeah, we got this one already. So nothing new under the sun there. All right. So it's not like it used to be back in the day. You used to be able to walk through, you know, the fragrance. Even when you purchase fragrances now, I got one in my bag from Sephora the other day. I should have brought it in here. It's a replica scent that I don't have in my collection. I haven't even smelled it yet. But you know, when you bought fragrances back in the day, if you bought them inside of a department store, they would give you like samples. If you had a really good salesperson, they would give you like gobs of samples of whatever they had. Nowadays, that's not the case. And I'm not sure why, unless it's a salesperson that really, really likes you. I don't know why they're really, really kind of like stingy with the samples because they don't own them. and they are there for the customers to try. That's actually how you get people to buy, is when you give them samples. In any business, if you notice, like a Costco or Sam's Club, whenever you walk into those stores, they've always got somebody handing out a sample, and normally whatever they're giving people to try, they sell out of, right? So the same thing should apply when it comes to, especially when you're in your higher end fragrances, even in department stores or at Saks or Neiman. Now, I know for a fact in Neiman, if you purchase anything there, if you get you a real good salesperson, she's really, on top, they'll hook you up, right? But nowadays, like, you'll ask, I'll walk through and, just start chatting it up. The lady asked me what I had on. I was like, well, do you have any samples? I like to review fragrances and talk about them. And she was like, oh, I do, of Jo Malone. I said, perfect. Right up my alley. One of my favorite fragrance houses. And it really is. I love Jo Malone. So she went back there and she gave me a couple. And I let her know I was appreciative. Because you used to be able to go in and make your own samples in Nordstrom's. Some people don't know that. But you used to be able to go in. And you may still be able to in some of them. But there's a drawer. And they have the little vials. And then they have the little caps. And you just spray whatever fragrances you want in them. And there you have it, just to try them out. And I think that's great because, again, you got people spending 100, 2, 3, 4, 5 on up for fragrances. And the best way to get to know a fragrance is not to spray it on those cards or yourself, but to spray it on yourself and wear it. You know what I mean? Wear it for a day. Wear it for an event or something, or to work or something, or to bed, so you can see how it really works with your body chemistry. All fragrances don't always pop as soon as you spray them out of the bottle. For instance, today I sprayed on a Kendra Scott fragrance. It was the one that has praline in it. And I'm going to tell you something. When I first sprayed it out on me, I got mad because it smelled terrible. I was like, oh, when I sprayed out, I smelled it and I said, oh, no. You guys, I walked around the fragrance department like 2 or 3 times trying to see if I saw anything that was new that I hadn't smelled before, just to check it out. And by the time I got 1.5 times around the fragrance department, and if you guys are familiar with most Dillard's, they have really small, they're like a boutique store, so they're not big. None of their departments are huge. It doesn't take anything to circle around their departments, right? 1.5 times. I sniffed back just to check. You guys, one of the most beautiful fragrances that I've ever smelled, okay? Absolutely gorgeous. And it smelled horrible when I first sprayed out on it. Terrible. Okay, it was definitely not a love at first sniffing. So that's why I think it's important, and I think that more stores should offer samples. I think, the idea of it is people come and get samples, but they're never going to buy. That's not true. You don't worry about the people that aren't going to buy. You focus on the people who are asking for samples, because they're fragrance purchasers. They buy. They're consumers. They buy. But everybody doesn't just say, give me 3 of those as soon as they walk into a store. They don't. They think about it, because it's a major purchase for a lot of people. So you're not just going to get somebody to walk in and blow $400 on a fragrance that they fall in love with, or they heard about was good, without maybe wearing it, taking it home with them and thinking about it first. So they really need to kind of ease up on the samples a little bit. I purchased something a couple weeks back, and I asked the young lady, did she have any samples? Now, I wasn't just walking in asking for anything free. I actually spent money with this company. And her reaction was almost like, excuse me? That was what I got. That's how she kind of, and dug under the counter and grabbed something and handed it to me. But she didn't want to. And I think it's because she probably looked up at me and thought, if I don't find something up under her, she's going to ask me to a supervisor. That wasn't what I wasn't on my Karen tip that day. But I believe when you spend money with a company, you should get a little, you got samples underneath that counter. That's what they're there for. So you should share them. Anyway, back to the scheduled progress. The program is scheduled programming and time. Blah, 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 blah. That's what that sounded like. All right, so I got 2 scents that I want to share. I have not smelled these. I don't think And this must be in my pear. This must be my pear season, because there is a fragrance of Juliet Has a Gun, Pear Ink. Yes, it's my jam, y'all. It's my jam. I love that fragrance. So we're gonna start with the pear scent with Jo Malone. So these are nice samples. Shout out to Nordstrom's. I didn't purchase anything. I was just walking through, looking at the bottles, seeing if there was anything that they had displayed that I haven't smelled before. Because that's what I do. That's what I do. Little research. I don't want to spray too much of this, because I know I'm going to like it. And I'm going to wear this. I know I'm going to love this. So I'm going to spray a little bit on. I don't think I've ever smelled this one before. And I can tell you right off the bat, I love it. I have not smelled anything. And I'm going to share something with you. I've always been afraid to smell these scents. Never thought I would really care for them. I think it's because their packaging is like a minimalist type packaging. They don't advertise. You know, you may see during the holiday times them advertising their different fragrances that they have in their departments, but it's never anything huge, no events for Jo Malone. It is what it is. And it's gorgeous, y'all. This is a light floral, tempting green pears envelope, and softly scented pastel sweet peas. Okay, luscious pastel garden fresh. Perfect. It is perfect. Your top is a William pear, not just any pear, but a William pear. Come on, Bill. Heart sweet pea. Your base white musk. It tells you what to pair. This is what I love about Jo Malone. It tells you what to pair it with, because you can definitely mix and match their scents. And that's what I love about niche brands and high-end fragrances. They make fragrances and then they make them so you can pair them and switch them up and smoosh them together and get a brand new combination. And we do that anyway. For people who love fragrances and wear fragrances, we do that anyway. But when you have a line of scents and you do that, it's something spectacular that happens, right? So it says try pairing this with blackberry and bay. Now we love a good blackberry and we want us a really good bay. All right, get you some. That's all I'm going to tell you. This is so beautiful. It's sweet. It's a perfect musk note. They didn't go cheap on the note. They didn't go cheap on the musk. Even if there is something synthetic in this, you would never know. It's so pure. It's so clean. This is gorgeous. It's very sensuous. It's very classic smelling. This isn't something that is would be like a trend scent. This is not a trendy scent. This is a scent that will smell good 100 years from now, like a Chanel fragrance, right? It's absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful from beginning to end. I can't wait to smell that dry down, where it dries all the way down in about 15 to 30 minutes and tell you what I think about this. But I can't wait to actually wear this and see what it does for me. But it's good. I mean, really, really good. Beautiful. Jo Malone, English pear and sweet pea. Get you some. Okay, you guys, I have one more to share with you guys. I have not smelled this scent at all. This is just a little sample that I grabbed from the fragrance department in Nordstrom's. Shout out to Nordstrom's. Thank you. And also shout out to Sephora. I had a purchase and one of the fragrances that was in the gift set recently, I think I shared with you guys. I could smell a fragrance other than what I had on permeating from my bag the entire time I had this bag, and I didn't know. And then when I popped on to share with you guys what I thought about it, I noticed that the seal to the box had already been broken, but I didn't trip off of it. And then when I checked one of the scents, underneath the bottle was like a little bit of a stain underneath it, and it smelled amazing. And so it led me to believe either somebody purchased it and brought it back, or the bottle had a little leakage to it. Either way it goes, I called them immediately and let them know what was happening with it. The young lady that answered the phone said, "Oh, no problem." She was like, "I remember you, and whenever you can, just bring it on back and we'll take care of you." And I was like, "Okay." And it's been a while since I had that conversation with them. You guys, I walked in. First of all, they greeted me at the door, which I was impressed with, because sometimes when you walk in stores like that, they don't say anything. I had a different experience the first time that I went in to actually purchase the fragrance. This time it was totally different. I don't know if it was because they weren't as busy, but I really appreciated the meet and greet from the time I walked into the store. Even afterwards, I had exchanged a few words with one of the representatives that was there, because she had on a banging red lippy, y'all. Like, she was complimenting me about something, I don't know, but she had on a red lipstick that looked like, baby, don't even talk to me. And she told me what it was, told me how much it was. Listen, the bomb. So I said all of that to say that thank you to Nordstrom's and thank you to Sephora. You guys were amazing, treated me very, very well. And I really appreciate that, because anytime that you frequent a store, even if you're not spending any money and you're just coming in to browse, you want your experience to be decent, because it makes you want to come back, and it actually makes you want to shop. How many times have you gone into a store just to browse, and the sales representatives were just really nice to you? Like the young lady that greeted me in the fragrance department I was in Dillard's, right? And she walked up to me with the hand cream. And you know, now normally, y'all, I don't like people just putting stuff on me, telling me, try this. But I let her put it on me. I could still smell it. Very light skin scent, but gorgeous, y'all. And like I told her, I will be back. I took her business card. She was that nice to me that I would like to give her, when I do purchase, give her the sale, because she was very kind, and we talked a little bit. Even after I told her I wasn't going to purchase today, she didn't walk away like, oh, okay. She kept talking to me. She built a rapport with me enough where I asked her for her business card, you know. And that's what it's about. It's not always about when you gain a customer in the store, if they say no or no thank you, not at this time, that you just walk away and kind of leave them hanging, you know. And she felt the need to kind of talk to me a little bit, and I like that. And I'm not a big talker. I'm not a confrontational person. I really don't need help when it comes to shopping for fragrances. If I have a question, I'll go grab someone if I think that they're knowledgeable and they can help me with something, or I'll look it up on my phone, right? But she went above and beyond and out of her way to service me, even though I wasn't going to purchase. And I made that clear, and I do that on purpose, because I've been in sales before, and I know how it is when you waste your time giving your all, your whole spiel to somebody, and they're like, okay, and kind of walk off and just kind of, you know, it's called rejection. When you're a salesperson, it's not a big deal. You're used to it, because out of those 10 no's, you might get 3 yeses. That one yes can make your whole day in sales. So you never get discouraged when you have the salesman heart. But with that being said, I just appreciated the way that she approached me, the way that she explained the line to me. And I told her I was a little bit familiar, but even if I was, I don't know as much as she does, which is good, because she's supposed to know what she's talking about and know what she's selling. And I really like that about her. Like I said, let me have your business card. And that's what customer service is really all about. I don't care what store you go into. When it comes to people spending your money, if you selling a $50 hand cream, body cream, you know, you gotta have a little bit of, you know, you gotta have a little sugar in your talk. You gotta be sweet now. Be sweet to the people. All right, this is Jo Malone London Peony and Blush Suede. I don't know if you know, but I love a leather and a suede note in my fragrances and my colognes. Okay, so I'm gonna take this out, and I got a feeling I'm gonna like this one too. I'm gonna spray it right on the same hand, because it's not gonna matter. Okay, I'm gonna spray a little bit, not too much, because I'm gonna wear this one, and you know it's not that much in there, so you know I'm a heavy sprayer. That'll be gone in one. Listen, Linda, that'll be just on. That's just for the neck. Okay, so this one is floral. It has peonies. I love peonies. It says peonies in voluptuous bloom. It's exquisitely fragile, so that means it's going to be a really delicate fragrance, because peonies are a very delicate flower. It's luxurious, it's opulent, and it's flirtatious. So this means that it is going to attract. It's going to gain the attention of the opposite sex. That's what it's going to do. The top notes of this is going to be red apple. Okay. then your heart is going to be peony and your base suede. And it says, try pairing this with red roses. So Jo Malone has a fragrance called Red Roses that is on my wish list, my birthday wish list. Red Roses, Jo Malone. Oh, this is good. So, with the suede and the apple, the red apple and the peony, they figured out a way to put these notes together where it's got that little, if you like cinnamon spice appley scents, you're going to love this. And it doesn't mention cinnamon or spice in it, but it's actually a soft, spicy scent. This is good. Definitely unisex. If the right man put this on, this is good, y'all. Like really, really good. So if you love peonies, suede, leather notes, and apples, a little bit of apple in your cologne and your fragrances, I highly recommend getting this one. I like both of those. So both of those are a 10 out of 10 for me from Jo Malone. So thank you again to Nordstrom's. Or did I get that from? No. Yeah, I did get those from Nordstrom. So thank you. I really appreciate that. Both of those are a 10 out of 10. You cannot go wrong with a Jo Malone scent, y'all. And what's funny is I've known about them for years and years and years. And finally indulged and I got a hold of a bottle. And when I say I sprayed that thing down until it was gone, had no remorse, none whatsoever. Normally if I have a scent like that, I'll save a little bit, for a rainy day, for what I don't know. But it is amazingly gorgeous. Every fragrance that I've ever smelled of those has been absolutely gorgeous. So I wanted to share those with you on today, because I don't know when I'll gain an opportunity to pop on and share those with you. And the longer you keep stuff, a lot of times you forget about them. You throw them down in your bag, or if you got like a little drawer that you put all your samples in, you throw them in there, and you start wearing stuff and forget about it and things of that nature. So I want to pop on and share those with you. All right, Jo Malone got your girl over here smelling absolutely gorgeous, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate all of you all's love and your support. I would love to hear from you and find out what fragrances and colognes you're into moving into the summertime, that real summertime, meaning officially summertime. I'm excited to hear about them if you ever want to share. If not, that's cool. I'll just keep on chatting it up on here, and you pop on and get a little entertainment out of me every now and then. There you have it. This is your girl, Color Me Bad Lynn, saying thank you guys for watching. I greatly appreciate all of your love and your support. It is greatly appreciated. Welcome to all of my new subscribers. And hey to all of my existing subscribers. Make sure you hit that subscription button if you haven't already done so. It doesn't cost you anything. Nothing. It's free, y'all. You watch the video, go on and hit the subscription. It just helps with our numbers and helps us, our videos, to get out there. Sharing is caring. We'll see you on the next video. Bye.